Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Monkey in the Morning. I am your host, the Ranting Monkey, and I hope you're having a happy Thanksgiving. It is Thanksgiving here in the States. It's a time where we eat more than we normally do, which is kind of probably a bad idea for us. We have some turkey and maybe some cranberry sauce and mashed potatoes, and we celebrate the fact that some old white people we never met didn't die one year because some Indians taught him how to make corn or some shit. I honestly don't remember the exact story that Thanksgiving is supposed to be. I know some with pilgrims and Indians, and it was a great time for everybody. Great time for everyone. It's not how we remember it these days, of course. There's some notion out there that the story we're told is not exactly true, but who cares? It's an American tradition. It's a reason for us to, come together, have pie and turkey, and watch football and yell at our families. We don't have that here. Even when it wasn't hosted at our house, Thanksgiving was never a horrible holiday. I know people, I don't want to go see my family. I always like seeing my family. I was never one to like to leave the house. But yeah, I go hang out with my dad and my stepmom and all my nieces and nephews and all the kids running around. It was a great time. And everybody's at the house now. Well, my one son who lives close, he went back home, but he'll be back tomorrow. But for about an hour tonight, guys, all the kids and all the grandkids were here. And I was a happy monkey, you guys. I was a happy monkey. I just stood there and watched for a second. It's what I do. It brings me great joy to just stand there and watch. It also brings me great joy that there are a whole bunch of stupid people in this world. Because without them, I'm not exactly sure how I would entertain you guys every night. They are the bane of my existence and the sustenance of my channel. It's a weird existence. I was just thinking about this. My job is literally to talk. My job is to talk. Now, you could boil most jobs down to that. There's very few that, conversation of some sort isn't involved. Customer service, that's all talking. Politics, that's all talking. Stand-up comedians, that's all they do. News reporters, that there's a whole bunch of jobs that are talking, but none of them are like just getting on a mic and talking for a couple of hours. The only one that I know comes close is like radio. Like, I have a job where my job is talking. It strikes me as weird. I never thought that would be something that I did, It's all right though. It's cool. I enjoy it. And hopefully I'm good at it. Hopefully I'm getting better as every day goes on. I don't know if I'm getting better. I may have regressed a few times recently, but stupid people exist and they are all over the place. And dear God, we're going to talk about one right now. Not just one, several. There's been several people questioning the title of the stream. For those of you who didn't pay attention, the title of the stream is Thanksgiving Fetus Chat, because I thought I would get struck or demonetized immediately if I named it Thanksgiving Abortions. Thank you, ex-Bubba Hotep, who says, stupid people, the unsung heroes of Monkey in the Morning. That's true. That is absolutely true. Stupid people, we salute you. This Thanksgiving, I give thanks for stupid people. Also, before we get into that, I want to say this at the beginning of the show, because that's when most people listen. People tune out later on. Most people listen here at the beginning. So I want to say this, and this is from the bottom of my heart. I am very thankful for every one of you who watches this show, who shares this show and likes the show, tells their friends about it, comes here and engages in the audience or leaves comments. I know I don't respond to the comments very often, but I do see them, guys, and I appreciate every one of them. I am so thankful for you guys, and I'm thankful for YouTube. As much as they annoy me, they give me the opportunity to do this. So give them a little thanks this Thanksgiving as well. You guys are awesome, and I love you. Thank you so very much for hanging out with me night after night. Now let's get on to the stupid. um, I I got off Lords of the Night tonight, and I went over to Twitter. And one of the first things I see is a tweet. You know what? I'm just going to bring it up on the screen because I think seeing it really puts it into perspective. This is what I saw. Talking with your family about abortion isn't always easy. If you're visiting loved ones for the holiday this time of year, check out our guide. Check out our guide for talking about abortion, including graphics, articles, and a toolkit. Just gonna let that hang in the air for a minute. If you're visiting loved ones for the holiday this time of year, check out our guide for talking about abortion. Grandma, could you pass the stuffing? By the way, I think abortion's great. Okay, I want to talk about some things. There's there's been this notion for a little while that when you go to family gatherings, especially for the holidays, Thanksgiving and Christmas most notably, that you have to go there and you have to inject politics. You have to inject politics. You got to go confront your old racist uncles and aunts and grandpas. First of all, I wonder who these people's families are, because I don't have a family where I would need to confront my racist grandpa. My family isn't that way. So maybe I just got really lucky in the genetic lottery. But yeah, it's not something I worry about. I don't worry about having to go talk to him about racist grandpa and having to put racist grandpa in his place over the mashed potatoes. But at least I can understand that. Let me explain what I mean here. If you go to Thanksgiving, right, and you're sitting there and you say, Grandpa, could you pass the turkey? And he goes, yeah, by the way, I hate Spicks. Okay, maybe it's time to talk to Grandpa about his racism. You know what I mean? That's a little blatant. Maybe you don't want that talk around the kids. Maybe you don't like to hear it yourself. That's fine. Good. Hey, look, Grandpa, please don't talk like that around me, please. I love you, but I can't deal with that. All right. And he'll probably slap you. But at least I understand that. That's a conversation worth having at a family gathering like that, you know? But a couple of years ago, going back to 2016, if you guys remember, there were a lot of people telling you that when you go to talk to your family, you need to tell them how much Trump sucks. In fact, there were several videos that were made by let's call them shitty news sites, BuzzFeed, that suggested if your family supports Trump, if your mom and dad supports Trump, you should tell them you're not coming home, because fuck those people who raised you and were offering you a free meal so that they could have the joy of your horrific company. You entitled, spoiled piece of shit. This is where I start to go. I don't. Was it Huffington? I know there were several. There were several. I responded to one, and I swear the one I responded to was BuzzFeed cry or sigh. But anyway, I get it. If Grandpa's being racist, okay, Grandpa, please stop. Going to your family gathering with the notion that you're going to start a political fight with people, I don't get that at all. I don't get that at all. That's not a conversation that needs to be had. And you know what? If people start bringing up politics, it's very easy to just fucking ignore it. Watch the game, go talk to mom, go talk to your other uncle, go out of the house, go take a jog or something. Just fucking ignore it. You don't have to get into a fight like that. But we do now. We do now. Nowadays, if you go to your Thanksgiving dinner and your dad mentions that he enjoyed a Trump meme, you gotta yell at him and tell him what a shitbag he is and what a horrible racist piece of garbage, not that Trump is, that your dad is for supporting him. You gotta put your dad in his place. I wish my children would try that shit with me. Now, that's not to say I don't argue with my children, especially my youngest. My youngest, who personality-wise is the most like me, he tends to lean left. And occasionally he comes home and says things to me that I've already argued about on the internet or made fun of on the internet. And so we have a discussion. We talk. But we don't argue. My children would never have the balls to come up to me and go, "Dad, you're an asshole. You have the wrong politics." Cause like, let's have that conversation. I don't mind making you look like a fool in my house. Remember, Dad's a smart guy who actually reads. So yeah, I mean, I don't get this idea of going to a family gathering purposefully looking to start trouble. I don't get it. But I can even understand that more than going to your Thanksgiving dinner at mom's house or at grandma's house with the specific intention of talking about abortion. Now, I took a look a little bit at their their site, and it is a great site, you guys. It's a great site. We're going to pull it up on the screen here for you guys because, oh, dear Lord. Heart-to-heart abortion conversations. But what I love most about find a fund, need an abortion, news content. They have a link to help you get an abortion. Oh, God. Anyway, abortion conversations for the holiday season. First, let's talk about what makes a heart-to-heart conversation. Not yelling across the dinner table is a start. These conversations work best one-on-one and with a little preparation. Think about the person you want to talk to. What do you already know about their views about abortion? And what assumptions might you be making? What systemic factors, oh my God, they use the word systemic. What systemic factors might impact or limit their understanding and access to abortion? What do you need to prepare based on what you know? Systemic factors. Our heart-to-heart conversation card deck is rich with thought, the heart-provoking questions to help guide your discussion. When you're ready to go deeper, we've developed expansion packs as well. They're hurting me, guys. They're hurting me. Okay, so you say, okay, I got to look at these. I paid no attention to this part. Heart to heart. What does personal autonomy mean to you? Do you feel like you can make your own decisions about your path in life? Why or why not? Jesus Lord. Can we see this? Will this zoom in? They have expansion packs for abortion tarot cards. I guess this is like the worst card game ever. Let's draw a random card, you guys. Let's draw a random card. It takes courage to make a decision about abortion that's right for you. What affirmations would you want or need from a family member or friend if you were moving towards making this courageous decision? You're not charging a hill in battle. You're vacuuming out a fetus. Oh, cool. We made it past the 10-minute mark. I can start saying fuck a lot more. You're not charging a hill. You're not in the Andes or what the fuck was it? Wherever the Battle of the Bulge was. I forget the name of it right off. I don't know why I said Andes. I know it starts with A. That's why. You're not doing that. You're talking about going and getting the sperm and egg that mixed together up in your wound vacuumed out. Go getting the Hoover treatment. This courageous decision. Look. If you have an abortion, fine. If anybody in the chat has had an abortion, fine. You're not courageous for doing it. You're not. It's not a battle cry. I had an abortion. It's now I don't know if shame is the right word, because sometimes mistakes happen. But it's not something you should ever be proud of, which is something that's started to seep into our society. This idea that you should be proud. People wear fucking shirts that say I had an abortion, like it's a fucking voting sticker. I had an abortion. Go fuck yourself. That's not something to be proud of. No matter if you think it's just a bundle of cells or not. That's not. It's a testament to your lack of responsibility 99% of the time. And I know there's going to be people, what about rape and incest? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking 99% of the time. Those 400,000 abortions that happen in the US every year, the vast majority are not rape and incest. It's people who didn't use condoms or weren't on the pill or weren't taking their pill properly or didn't use the condom properly, or more likely didn't bother with birth control at all. It's not courageous. It's not courageous. What a fucking moronic thing to say. Let's go back and see if we can get a different card. Can we get a different card? I want to see what the next one. I wonder what the expansion pack asks. Where's the random card? Here we go. How would you approach someone who protests outside an abortion clinic every Saturday morning if you wanted to have a heart-to-heart conversation with them? It's not a very well-written question, because what if I want to have a heart-to-heart conversation with them about the evils of factory farming? Their abortion clinic protesting isn't really related to that, is it? You meant a heart-to-heart conversation about abortion with them. Jesus Christ. You know what? I feel like this isn't Thanksgiving material. Does this seem very Thanksgiving-ing to you? Like, do you think that first Thanksgiving, the Indians brought the maize and the Pilgrims brought the abortions? The Pilgrims brought Plan B? What in the actual fuck? Why? Why would you want to do this? Why would you want to go out of your way to have a bad time at Thanksgiving? This isn't going to go well. This isn't going to go well. Why in the absolute fuck would you even try it at a family gathering, at a holiday feast? Why? Why then? Oh my God. Look, if you want to get into this, if you want to be that kind of person, do it on a different day, for fuck's sake. My mom would have smacked anyone for bringing that junk into her house. You know what? If my children wanted to bring that in and have those discussions, we can have them. If they were pro-choice, they certainly wouldn't like Dad's answers. And have you seen these assholes who that get mad at their parents because their parents didn't abort them? We have those people now. We have those people. My mom should have aborted me. Yeah, you're probably right. And I don't even agree with abortion. But if you think mom should have aborted you, yeah, I think you probably should have ended up on the end of a hanger. Because how the fuck dare you be that fucking disrespectful to your parents for what they did for you? For them, you fucking lunatic, entitled pieces of shit. Did I watch Chris Hansen tonight? No, I didn't. I know he was talking to more of the Onision thing. I didn't watch. I haven't seen it yet. But yeah, that's the first thing I saw when I came off Lords of the Night tonight. I was talking to Satsu and I clicked over there and I was like, fuck. And he goes, what? And I read it to him. He goes, oh, damn. Like, who the fuck does that? Who the fuck does that? And especially considering if you read that, you know what it's a setup for. You're not going to talk to family who already agrees with abortion. That's how do you go annoy pro-lifers at a holiday function for family? How bad was your fucking childhood that you want to ruin every fucking holiday get together you have? Dear Christ. And for those assholes out there, my mom should have aborted me for Christmas. I hope your mom gets you a hanger. I really do. Holiday abortion talk. Who does it? Who even thinks that way? Who even thinks that way? Who thinks that? I know who thinks that way. I do. There's been this push. It's the Anita Sarkeesian thing. Everything's sexist, everything's racist, everything's homophobic. It's not just that though. What she's talking about in that moment is that when you get woke, I'm using air quotes, woke, and this often happens when you go off to college and you get woke. Suddenly you notice everything wrong. And not just do you notice it. Hey, Jack, how you doing, my friend?
Good. How you doing?
Not too bad. Throat's a little sore. I don't know if you can hear that.
Yeah.
But otherwise, yeah, I'm good.
Cool.
We're talking about abortion talk at Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay.
This group. What's the name of that group here? NNAF Abortion Funds. They put out a tweet saying, talking with your family about abortion isn't always easy. If you're visiting loved ones for the holiday this time of year, check out our guide for talking about abortion, including graphics, articles, and a toolkit guide. They also have a deck of cards you can get, Jack. It's a deck of cards with questions that you can pose to yourself so that you can go annoy your fucking family about abortion on Turkey Day.
Do you need flashcards to be a dick to your family?
Well, apparently, and you know what? It gets even better than that, Jack, because they actually have expansion packs for the deck.
Oh, criminy. What is this available on Amazon? Because I might have to buy this for my channel.
No, let me see if I can find it. I don't know if you even have to buy it or if it's free. If it's free, I might get a deck.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm throwing the link into chat there if you want to go to their fucking place. Terry Diamandis, thank you so much. Jack comes in on the phrase everything wrong. Ears were burning?
Maybe a little. I'm not saying they weren't, but I'm not saying it either.
So what I was talking about here, Jack, is I was saying I started to say I don't know what kind of person you have to be, and I stopped myself because I know the kind of person, and I was explaining the kind of person. So that's what you're all caught up now. I know you were just on a stream, so how'd the stream go, by the way?
Went pretty good. Polly was a little stoned, but he worked out pretty well for being up on some pseudoephedrine.
Yeah, I sent him a link. I doubt he'll make it because
he's not feeling good.
Yeah, so I just did it, because it's Polly. But I got to hear a decent portion of the show tonight, but I had to cut out early because I had to get this done because tomorrow's a big day around the house. So
yeah,
but here's the kind of Anita Sarkeesian was not wrong with what she said. She said everything's sexist, everything's racist, everything's homophobic. And again, that's not what she was talking about. She's not just talking about those things. What Anita's talking about in that moment, the one that got so much coverage on YouTube and so many people missed the point of, they kind of had the point, but they don't know why they had the point. And we're going to discuss it. What she was saying is when you get woke, suddenly you notice everything. And not only do you notice it, you have to go fight it. That's what she's talking about. It's not that she's just talking about homophobic and sexist and racist. No. Everything. Like in this case, you notice how Christian your parents are because they don't like abortion. And you got to go fix that. Thank you, Mr. Oh, how do you say that? Liosi? Danny Quartz asked to have dinner with you. What do you say? I say, no, thank you. So that you'll understand. I try to speak to him in his language. That's not nice. That drooling fucking moron. Yeah, God, I haven't heard that name in a while.
I didn't know he was still around.
Every so often, Every so often I see Undoomed reply to something he said because he hates Undoomed for some reason. He really hates Undoomed.
Why?
And every so often he'll take a shot and then Undoomed will bitch slap him around Twitter for a little while.
Does this guy's group home let him use the computer that much?
I don't know. That kid, he's supposedly in college, in real college too, not like make believe college for special needs. Yeah, he's going to get a degree in something.
That's ridiculous.
But
is my audio off?
No, why?
I was just checking.
I mean, you sounded a little low, but not that bad.
I don't know. I don't have my setup the way I usually do. So.
Oh no, you're fine. Plus, in here, I mean, it's gonna level us off, so it's not that bad. Dave's World, thank you so much. Who says, "Have a great Thanksgiving, guys. You too. I hope you have a good one. I really do. Whether you're American or not, I hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving because America, bitch."
Hell yeah! Oh my God, I'm gonna buy a set of these cards.
How much are they?
They're $20.
Oh wow!
But they look outstanding, and I'm gonna do the. I need to get. I'm gonna save up, get the $20, and buy this and unbox it on my Roll for Sandy channel.
Look, guys, if anybody wants to sponsor that for Jack, his Streamlabs is in the links below. You can go toss him a 20 so he can buy that.
Yeah. Would you like a copy in Spanish? Because now you can be a dick in 2 languages.
Actually, toss him 25 so he can eat while he does it too. So yeah, you get these kids, they go into college and they look, it's not always college thanks to things like Tumblr. Is Tumblr even still around? It was for a while.
Yeah, I don't think it's as popular as it used to be.
Yeah, now it's spread everywhere. Now it's on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. It's everywhere. But these kids get woke and suddenly they have to fix everything that's ever been wrong ever. And for some reason, somebody thought it would be a great idea to start telling these idiots that a good place to fix things is at family holiday functions.
Yeah, I don't know why anybody would think that.
It's it's a recipe for disaster. A lot of family functions have enough tension as it is. Now, my family wasn't like that, but I've heard this. It's a common trope, so I'm guessing it's happened at least somewhere. You know, that there's a little animosity in the family. Dad's drinking, mom's stressed from making the meal. Your uncle's over there saying racist shit. I don't understand why all of you have racist uncles. My uncles don't say racist shit.
My grandmother and her family were more likely to do that than my actual uncles.
But did they like spend the whole day talking racist?
No, of course not. It just came up when
maybe
occasionally, you know.
Right. Like they might say something stupid. And you know what? If you want to get in there, that's one where, like I told these guys earlier, Jack, at least I get that, you know. Please don't talk, especially if you have children. Don't say shit like that around my kids, please. You know, I get that. If you don't have a racist uncle, then you are the racist uncle. Well played, Dax. But when you're talking about bringing politics into it, there's no reason for that. None. Even if they start talking politics, just ignore them. It's easy to do. I mean, pretend they're giving advice. That's what you do with that. Just to fucking ignore it. Oh, yeah, you're just asking to ruin your family's Thanksgiving and probably make them hate you until you actually grow up and realize what a dumbass you've been.
Oh my God. On the Streamlabs, thank you, Terry Diamandis. Buy your own food. This is just for the cards. And Jaeger Pony, also with a great donation. Play your card game, you rogue. Thanks, guys. That's very, very helpful.
Guys, that's very kind of you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So my pantry was a little low because of the move.
Oh, yeah.
So you know what I had for dinner tonight?
What'd you had?
Ramen noodles and blueberries.
See, I would live just on the ramen.
Those two things do not go well together. As a pro tip.
I would imagine those are very different flavors. What flavor of ramen?
I had the chicken.
Okay, that's a little better. It's not as strong as the beef.
Yeah. Thankfully, it wasn't the shrimp, but
Yeah, but the acid from the blueberry can't be good with that.
no, it's a flavor sensation unlike any other.
You know what you do, Jack? You eat those two things. You eat one, cleanse your palate, and then you eat the other.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
right? Oh, and because I moved, I moved 100 miles, right?
Right.
And I get to the new place, I'm all settled in now, and you know what this place has? A squirrel.
You're kidding me.
No, I think the damn thing followed me.
I came with you. It's the same one.
That's what I think. I think that motherfucker hitched a ride and was like, "Oh, you're loading furniture. I'll just ease right in here and hide out in the corner." And then he fucking moved in.
Thank you, Bearcock, who says, if you're not Christian or a descendant of the Pilgrims and you celebrate Thanksgiving, that's cultural appropriation. Well, we made it an American holiday, so I mean, as long as you don't dress like them. I mean, and don't eat turkey, I guess, and corn. And Eric, yes, pork ramen for the win. Pork ramen's great, but they never sell that in the big packages, and I don't like individual packages just roaming around in my cupboard. I know it's weird. I like to have it in that box. I don't know why. But yeah, I love pork ramen. It's a little bit saltier than beef ramen. They taste the same, just one's a little bit saltier. And Kyler says, fuck squirrels. I agree. And Jack really agrees.
I fucking hate those things.
Oh, man.
I used to be indifferent towards squirrels, even bordering on, they're kind of cute for rats that live in trees with puffy tails. But having to listen to them run around above me it gets into a breaking point that borders on madness.
I believe it, man. I believe you. Just having anything in your walls is annoying as shit. And squirrels, man, those things thud. They're like cats, man. They can sound a lot louder than you'd think they would be.
Right? And the worst is what this one gets in the walls along the side of the bed.
Oh.
So I'll be in a dead sleep and you just hear this like noise along next to you, like it's running up toward your head.
Yeah, I'm changing subject slightly. We used to have a cat, Jack. He could be he was a deadly killer. He's one of the ones that used to catch mice for us here. Silent, just silent. And then the rest of the time, sound like a fucking elephant running through my house.
Yep.
And he was the one, because not all cats do this, but some cats will occasionally jump up for no fucking reason and just start running. Like they thought the house was on fire or something.
Yeah.
And that was him. And so, yeah, you'd just be sitting there, mind you, and just like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, yeah. Have you considered fixing your house? A squirrel snuck in, man. How do you fix that? Shoot the squirrel.
A little zap trap that I've got, which I was smart enough to bring with me when I moved.
The mice problem is finally winding down. This time of year sucks in Michigan, man. The guy who came to look at our boiler, we got to talking about it. He goes, yeah, everybody's having mice problem. This year's especially bad. Especially bad. We've probably killed 30 of the little fuckers.
Damn.
But we put out 4 traps because we know there's at least one in the kitchen, right? And we bait them with peanut butter because it's a good way to get them because they have to sit there and lick it off.
Yeah.
This motherfucker is just eating it like we're feeding him. I don't know
what to get the decon twist traps.
Yeah, I needed to. I was talking late months like we got to do something else because there was one where you could see his teeth prints in the peanut butter. I'm like,
yep.
How the fuck? And there's 2 traps. He has licked clean twice.
Yeah,
twice.
Decon makes these cool ones that you could twist all the way around once, and they run in, you put the bait in the bottom of it, so it sits down on top of the bait effectively. They run in, and then it spins shut and snaps their neck. It's instant kill, so they don't suffer, and it's guaranteed to trap them.
Yeah, I need to do something with this guy, because this dude is like, he's like Mission Impossible mouse. I fucking hate this time of year just because of them. Luckily, it's just little field mice, and it's not like rats.
Yeah,
it's not like New York City. But I still don't want fucking mice in my house. And every year, every goddamn, I just wish it would start snowing. And I know I tell you guys I don't like snow, but once it starts snowing, they go away. Once it starts snowing, the ones that are left outside just die. And then the ones that come in, you kill, and everything's good, and you don't have to worry about them again for 8 months. Oh, but this little bastard, man, we said that very thing. We look, Lady Monkey, we're just feeding him now. We're just feeding the little fucker.
Yep.
And I hurt my thumb on that one trap, man. It's quite sensitive. I don't know how he does it.
They're pretty good at that.
We've never had that happen with these little shits before. Usually, I mean, you put it out, dead. They start to, if they touch it, dead. And I even, because you know how you set the trap there, you put the little arm underneath the bent out part.
Yeah.
I even bent the bent out part back further. So it's only barely, that's how I hurt my thumb. It's only barely hanging in there. And that motherfucker just ate it clean. I'm like, you fuck. I'm considering capturing him and giving him to the government. Like, y'all need to study this bitch. I would not be surprised to go into my kitchen and see Mission Impossible wires hanging above it. I'm like, this motherfucker, he's got skills. I'm a little impressed. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, but we caught one yesterday, and we hadn't seen any in like probably 2-3 weeks. It was like, cool, they're gone. And then we saw one, like, fuck. So we put out traps again. And yeah, we've caught I think 4 since then. This was no, it's not. So maybe it's been a month since we started putting traps back out, and we've caught 4. And yeah, this little bastard, we just can't get the little shit. Is that mouse related to Tom Cruise? I don't know. He's an asshole. I think he's related to Asshole the Cricket. That's who he is. I have ninja mice. Yeah, these are fucking ninja mice. Man, I fucking hate that. But again, I'm impressed. I want to catch him and like let him go. He's the one, because I don't care about the other, kill them all. This one, I feel like he's deserved the chance at life. I want to catch him and let him go in my neighbor's house. Is that wrong?
No.
Because then he's safe and he's not in my fucking house. I don't have to deal with him.
It depends how much you like your neighbor.
Well, my one neighbor's an asshole, but he's like in an old folks home now. And my other neighbor's a real nice guy. He plows our driveway for us when we have the really, really bad storms.
That's cool.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Good guy. He's also the one that came around and told us that the city was trying to annex our township, and that our town supervisors approved it on the down low. They didn't tell anyone, Jack.
Why would they do that?
Well, the city really wants the area I live in, because while my street's not rich, the way my street runs, we're a dead end street, and they're moderate houses down here. And then there's this church next to us that owns quite a bit of land. And on the other side of that church is where all the rich people in the area live. And so the city doesn't get any of that tax money. It all goes to the township. And the city really, really, really wants that money. And so, yeah, those dirty bastards tried getting that through, and we found out. And not only did that not happen, those guys are not county commissioners anymore. Oh,
wow.
Yeah, they're dirty. Yeah, if we would have got annexed by them, it was going to cost us like $4,000, because even though we have a septic and water, we would have been required to hook up to the city water and sewer.
Wow.
and pay for it ourselves.
Oh, that's lovely.
Like, go fuck yourself. Yeah, that was part of the deal. Like, no.
Over on the Streamlabs, thank you, Frank. Do you think that Riley Dennis is roiling to date a trans woman, or is she/he a transphobe turf? That's a good question.
I'm not sure I understand the question.
Would Riley date a trans person?
Oh, Riley would date a trans person like him.
Like, no, a real one.
A real one? No. Fuck no. What Riley would do, Riley would date a trans man that has no intention of actually transitioning, so they'd still be fucking a girl.
Why am I picturing a woman with like a fake, like glue-on mustache?
Well, you got to remember Riley Dennis is a lesbian because he's a dude having sex with a girl.
Yeah.
Makes him a lesbian. I did a video on that once. Went, I'm so gay. No, you're not. You're a dude who has sex with girls, man. That doesn't make you gay. Anyhow. Excuse me one moment. Talk for a second, Jack.
So pudding. Thoughts? Love or hate? I personally like pudding.
Pudding, I'm a fan. Wait, Monkey did a video? It's a while ago, Sean. A while ago.
Yeah, don't get your hopes up.
Man, Jack, the more I see... you know what? There was actually a story that I wanted to talk about. Did I tweet that out? I think I did. So that, yeah, here it is. You ready for this, Jack?
Probably
this is from
not.
Slate.
Oh, no.
It's a story from Slate that says, misinformed YouTubers are undermining the fight for children's online privacy. Just that title sent me into a fucking rage.
Yeah.
I was like, the fuck did you just write? And it starts out telling us what the COPPA Act is. You know, it's just there to save children's privacy, y'all. And then it goes on to tell us they're talking about YouTubers. Some claim YouTube will have to ban certain types of content, such as videos about popular game Roblox, whatever.
Roblox, I think.
Others, from food bloggers to a cappella artists, worry that YouTube will have to disable all personalized advertising on a video just because a child may watch it. One commenter, notice that? Commenter.
Yeah.
Even said that she will have to start swearing like a sailor and incorporate more adult conversation into her videos in order to avoid being covered by COPPA. Search for End of Your YouTube channel on the site reveals a number of content creators informing their loyal viewers that COPPA and the settlement may be the end to YouTube as they know it. Well, that's true. Now, they over-exaggerate some of the things they said there, and I haven't seen these people's actual statements, so they didn't quote anything. So I'm, what's the word I'm looking for here?
Skeptical?
Skeptical. That's a good one. Calling bullshit. I mean, that's two words, but then they continue, Jack. That's not what COPPA does. Under this law, companies with content directed to children under 13 must inform parents what information they collect from kids and obtain parental permission before they collect it. So the content creators complaining that the new law prohibits all personalized advertising are simply misinformed and spreading that misinformation. If a company like Google really wanted to use personalized ads on videos for kids, it would just need to get parents' permission first.
That's not what's happening here.
But instead, Google is acting as if children on YouTube and the protection they're afforded are relatively new phenomenon, exacerbating misunderstandings of the law. But COPPA isn't new. The law has been around longer than YouTube, and the fact that the company's just now starting to comply is no one's fault but YouTube. Back up there, Sparky. Do you know why why YouTube picked 13 as the age you have to be to make an account?
To be COPA compliant?
Ding, 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 ding. You think they pulled that number out of their ass, Slate? That's what you used to have to do to be compliant. Because then you could say, hey, we told kids not to be here. They said they weren't kids. What else can we do? And the government comes along and be like, well, what you could do is give us a shit ton of money.
Yeah. Well, the problem is that kids get access because their parents have accounts and they go in under that.
Or they simply lie.
Yeah, and that's all there is to it. I think the FTC is creating a new mandate for themselves here because they want money.
It's
That's
exactly
really
what they're doing. This is they actually say this, Jack. They actually say this. I forgot about this part. In fact, despite nearly 2 decades of industry claiming that these rules would destroy the online market for children's content, just as the content creators are doing now, plenty of companies comply with COPA by allowing kids under 13 to create accounts and treating their data differently. You mean like YouTube for kids?
Yeah.
Huh.
Weird.
Yeah, this is somebody who I don't understand why they're defending this. I don't. And look, we've talked about this. Yes, there are YouTube users out there who are freaking out. The one, if somebody actually said it's going to, where is it? That they will have to ban certain things. They won't have to ban things. They won't. That's exaggerating. But the others who are like worried that that personalized ads will be on there. If an a cappella group, because that's what they name specifically, goes on there and they sings their songs, and the majority of their audience is under 13, by even if it's not, if they say, look, we're not making this for kids, they're singing, it's an a cappella version of Two Live Crew. This isn't for kids, but kids under 13 are the majority of the audience. They can get in trouble for that.
Yep.
If they claim that they're not for kids.
Yeah, because it's up to the FTC to decide if your content is for kids or not. Not you, not the creator.
And again, I'm not saying there's not YouTube creators out there freaking out and exaggerating and not understanding exactly what's going on. Of course there are. It's a big internet, man. And YouTube didn't explain it well. The FTC didn't explain it well. And they just got to go. YouTube just has to go out there and get the parents' permission. How? Seriously.
Yeah, it's impossible to do that. Either the FTC is ignorant of that or they don't care.
Real quick, speaking of acapella groups, Eric Peters said Abby did a good job on that song once he broke out. Man, I've been listening to that song all day.
That's catchy, man. It's real catchy.
Well, I love songs like that. I really do. Just a nice thumping beat and a deep voice. That's if I was a gay man, I would want to be with somebody who can sing like that.
Yeah, but you'd have to bang Rasputin there.
Look, man. I still say he's going for Jesus. He missed.
He was going for Jesus, ended up with Rasputin. He took a wrong turn somewhere.
What song? The song's called Change. Change on the Rise.
I'll throw the link in a second here.
No, his name is Abby
Kaplan.
Kaplan, yeah, that's his last name. I fucking love that song, man. It's thumping, and oh god, man, yes, that's a nice song. And yeah, I was listening to it on as I was waiting for you guys to come on earlier. I just had it on repeat, man. I just kept fucking listening to it over and over again. That song is great. Not gay and can't sing. I just bang drums. See, well, it's a good thing I'm not gay then, because I wouldn't be interested in you. Jack, we got to talk about Florida, man.
Of course.
Florida, man. Florida, you got to get this dude under control.
The whole state's like this, dude.
Now, I'm going to put this on the screen, and I want you to take a look at this. Don't read the title. Just look at the picture, okay? That's our Florida man in this story. Florida man punches elderly person after being told to stop masturbating.
But did he finish, or was he using his offhand?
Well, they don't tell us that part, but they do tell us.
Sorry.
They do give us a little indication of what happened later, but not in the direct aftermath. So what happens is he's masturbating in a parking lot, and some old guy comes up and tells him to stop. He gets out of his car and starts just beating the fuck out of this guy. Now, I'm curious of whether or not he put his dick up. But they don't tell us. He gets arrested, right? And they take him to it was at the police station, right? They took him to the hospital. I don't know if he was hurt or something.
He pulled himself.
Police say due to Vandergrift's intoxication, he was detained and sent to the hospital. Oh, that's why he was too drunk. That's where they say he continued to masturbate in the hallway in front of officers and medical staff. You got to admire his dedication.
He likes some audience, that's for sure.
He wanted to bust that nut, man, and they weren't interfering. And he was not having it. He's in police custody in the hospital. How the fuck did he get his hands free to do this? Anyhow. So yeah, drunk Florida man beats up an old man because he tells him to stop touching his willy. Oh God! In public, don't masturbate in public like that. If you're going to do it somewhere people can't see you.
Yeah, no shit.
Have shame like the rest of us when we do it. For fuck's sake. I don't have shame when I masturbate. I don't care. Fuck, I don't care. The other story I have from tonight, this one is probably going to lead me on a long tangent again, Jack.
Cool.
It did when I first saw it, although most of that was to myself. It did when we talked about it on Lords of the Night, and it's going to now because Brian Tannehill, I guess is how you say it. Brine. I'm sorry, not Brian. Brine. Brynn.
Bryn. That's Bryn.
That's Bryn? Okay.
Yeah.
Either way, that's a made up that you made up that name. I refuse to call you that. Your name is Steve now.
No, that's actually a real name. It's just a really stupid name.
I refuse to recognize it. It's my show. What I say here goes.
Fair enough.
I do not recognize that name. If anybody in the audience is named Bryn, your name is now Steve. Hi, Steve.
Or just go with Brian. That's what it should have been.
Yeah. This is anyhow, Jack. Steve here tells us transgender people do not have a moral obligation to announce they are transgender prior to dates. Now, unlike Lords of the Night, I'm going to read this whole thread. If you have something to say between each tweet, by all means, say so. I'm going to dive into it at the end, though.
Okay.
So there's the first part. Transgender people don't have a moral obligation to tell people they're trans when they date. The cisgender people who say this must invariably come from a place of, ew, ick, transgender people are gross, and quote, that's a man. Even if they are unarguably transgender people who are beautiful by conventional standards. No minority group has a responsibility to wander around announcing themselves just for the convenience of people who hate and revile them. Here's an example. Do we have a societal expectation that everyone who has any Jewish ancestry must announce it on dating websites so that Nazis and anti-Semites aren't inconvenienced when they find out their date had a Jewish grandma? Of course we don't. Because we as a society have decided we don't cater to the bigotry of others when it comes to that particular group. We have a couple more tweets. Anything you want to add yet?
There's so much here. Just keep going. This is insane.
All right. Thus, what we see here illustrates that it is a higher degree of social acceptance of bigotry and double standards directed at transgender people. When transgender people do include it in their dating bio, more often than not, they are doing it as a measure of self-preservation because there is a danger of being assaulted if they hadn't made it clear up front. Made sure it was okay up front. Yeah, you might want to ask. But it's something that the TERFs and transphobic conservative men both make the same demand. Announce yourself or risk life-threatening violence, and are completely fine with this state of affairs. Once again, illustrating that neither is actually particularly feminist.
What?
Yeah. A lot to unpack there, ain't it, Jack?
Oh, there's a mountain there.
How about we start at the beginning? Transgender people don't have a moral obligation to tell people they're trans when they go on a date. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Is this author a trans person? Well, Pete, yes, Steve here's a trans person. Oh, Steve here's a fucking moron. People date for a couple of reasons. Sometimes it's just for companionship, but more often than not, it's for sexual or commitment reasons. You know, you're either looking for a booty call or you're looking, maybe for a future wife or husband. And oftentimes when you're looking for a future wife or husband, you're also looking for somebody you can procreate with, have a family with. If that's that expectation, or at least it's a good part of that expectation, that eventually this might get somewhere physical. And they're expecting a woman or they're expecting a man, and you flop out a penis at them, you lied to them the whole time. You fucking lied to them, and you fucking played with their feelings.
Yeah, it's deceptive, and it's, oh man, it's like telling somebody or not telling somebody about a kid that you have. It's a major part of a relationship is sex, and whether anyone wants to admit it or not, and somebody has preferences in one way or another, especially if they want to have kids, it's going to make a big difference.
Yeah. Well, the example I used last night, let's say a married couple has an open relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the man goes out and gets himself a girlfriend, never tells her he's married. He's not cheating on his wife. His wife knows. But what he's doing to that girlfriend, not telling her that, hey, all you can ever be to me really is a booty call. That's fucking horrible.
Yeah. That's a lie by omission.
Yeah. And that's the same thing here. It's just, in this case, it's a dick instead of a wife.
Yeah.
And I've said this before, guys. Do not surprise people with dick. I've never heard of that going well.
No.
Real quick. Good night, Prospero. Happy Thanksgiving, sweetheart.
Night.
You can't surprise people with dick, man. Don't do it. Just don't. Don't take that chance.
You need to be honest with the person you're with. You can't build on a foundation of lies.
Moving on. The cisgender people who say this must invariably come from a place of, ew, icky, transgender people are gross, and that's a man. Even if there are unarguably, is that a word? I feel like that's not really a word.
I don't know. It might be, but I think it would be one that people shouldn't use.
The word you're looking for, Steve, is objectively. Transgender people who are beautiful by conventional standards. This isn't just about how they look up top, you dumbass. You know what? If I'm looking for a wife to have babies with, it doesn't matter how pretty the person with the penis is. I'm not going to be able to do it. You're still lying. Just, why do you want to be with somebody you have to lie to even start the relationship?
Yeah, don't you want somebody that's going to love you for you and not have to lie to them in order to achieve that?
Oh,
Because
well,
they're going to feel betrayed.
I've heard of people who say to do this. Get them hooked on you so that and then spring it on them. No. The fuck is wrong with that's playing with somebody's emotions.
Yeah, you're wasting their time. You're toying with their emotions. That's abuse, man. What kind of horrible person are you?
No minority group has a moral responsibility to wander around announcing themselves just for the convenience of people who hate them. This is where we get into the Jew thing. I'm not going to read all of these. But thank you, Frank, who says, I agree with Eve's sentiment from Lords of the Night. If things get physical without them telling, hang on, this is going to pop off the screen before I can read it all. You go over to Streamlabs. Come on, there we go. If things get physical without them telling you, to me, that is the same level as sexual assault or rape. Well, if they don't force you, maybe not sexual assault, but definitely it's a dirty thing to do.
Yeah, they're tricking you. I would feel very deceived.
And you know what? This is the part that doesn't get talked about when it's coming from a trans person. Now, this is one of the reasons I like Eve is because Eve is level-headed and honest about this shit. But you do have people out there that say, go on a couple of dates and just, get them to like you. And then maybe they'll touch your pee-pee. Well, getting them to like you that's an emotional abuse. You want to talk about, it's not just ooh, icky. And you know what? That might be part of it. Because if you popped out a dick on me, I'd be like, oh, get that fucking thing away from me. But what would really piss me off is that you lied to me to get to that point.
Yeah.
Because I have no issues with trans people. We can be cool, hang out. How you doing? Nice to meet you. Let's have a beer together, kind of thing, But I'm not interested in what's in your pants. The same as, like you, Jack. I would love to go out and have a beer with you, have a mandate. But at the end of it, nobody's penis is getting touched. Not by me.
Yeah. This came up once during a game. There's a great phrase I heard. I'll play footsie with you, but if you want to go in the back and bump Peters, you can forget it.
There you go. It's don't lie to people. But comparing this to Jews,
yeah, that's crossing a serious line.
It's like being Jewish and neo-Nazis not liking you. No, it's not.
What Jewish person would want to date a neo-Nazi, for one?
Right.
Second of all, your religion is a lot different than your genitals.
That's the part I was, maybe back in the day, and it's maybe in some families still, there are like some really hardcore Orthodox families where you only date Jew if you're Jew, and the Greeks have that in the really old school families still.
Yeah.
But otherwise, what you're comparing apples to dicks. I can go out on a date with a girl and not find out she's Jewish until date 6. And I'm not going to feel lied to unless I specifically said, hey, are you Jewish? And she said no. But I can still bump uglies with her. She still has all the parts I'm looking for, Oh, you're Jewish? I don't care, Fine, be Jewish. Assalamu alaikum, or whatever it is they say. I just went Muslim on the Jews. Sorry, guys.
How about we narrow it down to this expression? Kippa's not cocks.
There you go.
It's not even remotely similar, comparable things at all.
And most of the other minority groups, they're pretty easy to spot. You're not going to hide your blackness under a dress until the 4th date,
Yeah. Well, if you are, hey, good job. That's pretty cunning.
It's not like she's going to take off her dress and suddenly you're black? I had no idea. I can't date black people. My mom won't let me. By the way, it's not the 60s anymore, Steve. There's a whole different dynamic when you're talking about other minorities and trans people. They're not even comparable. This is why intersectionality is fucking retarded, guys. It's shit like this. All right. When transgender people do include it in their dating bio, more often than not, they're doing so as a measure of self-preservation. This is, they're going to kill me if I don't lie to them. How about this? And I don't know, Steve, maybe you talk to all of the transgender people. Maybe you guys have a club. I don't know. But maybe hear me out, Steve. Maybe, and I'm just throwing this out there. Those who do it are honest. They want to be with somebody who wants to be with a trans person or is open to being with a trans person. Is that possible, or all trans people just natural liars? Because that's what old Steve is suggesting here.
Yeah.
The only reason they'll do it is if they think they might get hurt physically. And then finally, it's just TERFs and transphobic conservative men proving they're not actually feminists. I love that part. Okay, so TERFs, we can talk about them in a second because feminist is part of the word TERF. But why would you think transphobic conservative men are feminist?
That's a good question.
That don't math, Steve. Steve's not too bright.
No, apparently not. Also sounds very bitter.
Yeah, I feel like Steve went on a date and somebody found out he had a dick, and they were like, "No," and Steve had to come here to Twitter and freak out about it. As for TERFs, that label gets thrown around way too much, and frankly, the transphobic conservative men thing there is also not correct. Somebody like me, I'm conservative. I'm not transphobic. I just don't want to date a trans person because I have no interest in dating a trans. I don't want dick in my life. I have one.
I think a lot of this comes down to the more modern fundamental misunderstanding that some people are hardwired for preferences. I'm sorry. Most of us are. And you can't accept that because you're a unique and individual snowflake. And you've been told all this time how special you are and how everybody loves you. It's just not true. I'm sorry. It's a hard reality to face.
The labels that Steve throws here, because they love to throw around the word TERF.
Oh, yeah.
If you said, look, big fucking guys shouldn't be racing little girls just because they put on a dress. Oh, you TERF? No, I'm not a feminist at all, motherfucker. I'm not a radical feminist at all. For those of you who don't know, TERF stands for Trans Exclusive Radical Feminist. And there are actual TERFs out there, radical feminists who make a separation between women and trans women. And then they're like, we're fighting for women's rights, not trans women's rights, because that to them, that's a guy. And they don't think guys should be getting the benefits they're trying to get for women. That's what a TERF is. Now, exclusionary. Yeah. What did I say, Cynic? Trans exclusionary radical feminist.
You said like something similar, but it wasn't exclusionary. We
all
know
my bad.
No.
Anyway, you don't have to be a hardcore conservative. Oh, exclusive. Thank you. Yeah, that is entirely different. Gotcha. Yeah, exclusionary. They basically want to keep out trans from the feminist space. And you don't have to be a radical feminist to be like, I don't want to touch a dick. Look, I've seen pretty trans people, Jack. Anybody who came up with the early internet has seen a pretty trans person because your friend was an asshole and sent you a picture that's slowly loaded and it's this gorgeous girl and then her cock flaps out.
Yep.
Because everybody had a friend who did that.
Yeah,
I had several friends who were dicks like that. So I've seen pretty trans people. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. But you got a dick? I'm not interested. And I'll go further. You had a dick? I'm not interested. It's my preference. And that doesn't make me a phobe of any sort. Not at all.
No, but see, somebody that has let's say personal issues or self-acceptance issues, they expect everybody to love them.
And look, I understand there are people on this planet who would never date me. And you know what? I'm okay with it. I really am. I don't need everybody to accept me. I think you just hit on it, Jack. We have this whole idea. Tolerance got kind of destroyed in our culture. Because we used to preach tolerance, and somehow tolerance got morphed into acceptance. I don't have to accept you. You don't have to accept me. We have to tolerate each other. But those are not the same thing. I don't have to accept you. You can live a shitty life, and I can judge you and say that guy's an asshole. That's fine. Now, I can't decide to hurt you because I think you're an asshole, because I have to tolerate you. That's what laws are for. But now they want to browbeat us into accepting everything. No, I really don't. I'm not attracted to you isn't an insult. No one knows anyone's sex or intimacy. Even hookers can give you your money back. Exactly. Nobody owes you a date. Nobody owes you getting naked with them, no matter how nice your makeup looks.
This is an extension of entitlement mentality. You know, they feel that people in society owe them. Yep. And you're a monster if you don't give them what they want.
Well, it's being preached on a whole. I mean,
whole.
We've been taught over and over again lately that we have to accept people for who they are. No, I don't.
Yeah, well, they're unaccepting of who people are because they don't want to accept that somebody doesn't want to date them.
Well, even on a broader scale, you know, that we have to accept no, we don't. And you're right with that. They started writing articles for a while. Do we have to tolerate intolerance? Well, yeah, you actually do, because that's the law. So unless somebody's actually physically violent to you, you have to tolerate their views as you're preaching tolerance. Because it was the tolerance crowd who started preaching intolerance against people who just didn't accept them. Those are entirely different things. And we really need to, as a society, come to grips with that. Because I don't have to accept you or your lifestyle. What's the other one they always say? Respect. You have to respect people. The fuck I do. I don't have to respect a motherfucker. You have to be respectful of their beliefs. No, I don't. Why? Show me anything that tells me I have to be respectful of your fucking beliefs. Some people believe a lot of stupid shit, and that's just fact.
True story.
There are people who believe the earth is flat. I don't have to respect that. I can make fun of it all I want to because it's fucking stupid. Respect is earned, not given. Exactly, Sean. Look, I will be civil to you when we meet. You will not get my respect immediately. I don't respect most people anyway. Bunch of degenerates out there.
I'm feeling very judged right now.
Well, I was including myself in that, Jack. I don't respect myself.
Fair enough.
I know me, man. Fuck. I know what I've done. I don't respect me worth a fuck, man. Thank you so much, Daryl. Tolerate, yes. Put up with idiocy, no. Yeah, I have to tolerate you and your beliefs. I do not have to accept them. I don't have to listen to them. And I sure as fuck don't have to respect them. And you can't make me, because those are all things in my brain. Good luck fixing that.
Yeah, exactly.
And frankly, when it comes to most of these people who do this whining, I don't respect them worth a fuck because they're dumb. Steve is a moron.
Yeah.
Steve compared being trans to being Jewish. And he compared somebody who wants to date a woman with a neo-Nazi. Yeah, Steve's an asshole. Man, what else is going on in the world today, Jack? Told you that one I would go off on for a while because, man, that one's so fucking stupid. And I don't understand why this shit keeps coming up.
It's because they're trying to browbeat people into submission.
Yeah, you're probably right. But
the more they say it, the more they can try and shame people into doing it, bending to their will, and they increase their dating pool.
Look, I get it. It's hard out here for a trans. Because most people don't want to date. Here's the thing, guys. And I'm going to just listen to me for a minute. Most people most guys who want to date somebody with a dick are gay. And they want to date a man. Most other guys want to date a woman with a vagina. And that puts you guys in a really tight spot. And I know it sucks, but you can't change people's opinion on that. Most guys who want a dick go after guys. That's not my fault.
You said tight spot.
I know. But it's true. I mean, good luck, man. Good luck.
It's hard to find the right person as it is.
Right.
It's just harder for some people than others.
Yeah. Think of those poor neo-Nazis, man. They're out there running into Jews all the time.
Right?
God damn it.
Yeah. And the backlash is real. If you don't tell someone that you're trans, there is always a possibility that that person is going to react in a really bad way when they find out. But I do feel sorry for people that have to go through this. The trans people do have a very hard time dating, and everything's going to be a little harder when you're different from everyone else. So
Yeah.
it's, I feel bad for you, but that doesn't mean you can force people to accept you or to do what you want. It just doesn't work that way.
Nope. And it's an asshole thing to do. It really is.
Yeah.
Did you see the hubbub over the Trump picture today?
No.
Somebody put Trump's head on, let's pull it up. I think let me see. Because Miss Alyssa Milano lost her shit over this.
Oh, there's a surprise.
And the Washington Post actually came out and told us this isn't a real picture.
Oh, fact checking a Rocky picture. Really?
Yeah.
I was convinced that's how Trump looks.
Yeah. So Donald Trump retweets this picture, and you have your normal morons in leftist Hollywood, and of course, the fuckers at the Washington Post coming out to fact check it. I wouldn't be surprised if this gets put on their list of lies Trump told. Trump once told people he was Rocky. Thank you, Frank, who says, why do they say sex and gender aren't the same, but don't understand homosexual, bisexual, heterosexual refers to the sex you're attracted to and not the gender? Also, why pansexual isn't a thing? Oh, you're going to get me in trouble, Frank. One, thank you for the donation. I've had this discussion many times. There are three sexualities. There's bisexual, there's gay, and straight. That's it. Those are the three. Gay covers both lesbian and homosexual men. And invariably, all the fucking time, somebody go, what about asexual? By definition, not a sexuality. I didn't make it. True. English did.
Yeah.
By the way, if you're asexual, if you have no desire for sex and you're within the basically 14 to 60 year range, you need to see a doctor because there's probably something wrong with you.
Yeah. A pansexual is just bisexuality for people that think there's more than two genders.
Pansexual is just is bisexuality for people who want to be special.
Yeah, like I said, people think there's more than two genders.
I'm not bisexual. I am pansexual. So you'd have sex with men or women. Yes. All right.
And Zers and Zers and omnisexual, all the other fake nonsense. What, are you going to bang my toaster too? Jeez.
Cynic says pansexuals when you find yourself really attracted to the cast iron skillet.
Yeah, or guys that play the pan flute. Like
there you go. There you go. Those aren't sexualities. I didn't realize I was still sharing that screen. But yeah, that image pissed off a whole bunch of people. So we had to have another round of Trump shared a doctored photo. They called that a doctored photo.
They are so pathetic. They jump on every little thing he does, and it makes them look like sad little children.
Doctored.
So I guess in the technical sense, it is a doctored picture because it's not what the original image was, but it's not doctored in the way they mean it.
No, doctored is like when there's a guy standing next to Stalin in one picture, and suddenly that picture starts showing up without that guy in it anymore, as though that guy never existed. Doctored is when you sneak something. Nobody thinks that's a real picture. Nobody thinks that's real. That is a meme, is what that is.
Yeah, nobody with an IQ over like double digits. You know, like if your IQ is 5, you might think it's real.
Oh, these people lost their shit over it, man. It was almost. It was as bad as the dog picture.
Well, who doesn't know that's from Rocky?
Well, apparently Alyssa Milano. This was her tweet. What the fuck is this fuckery? That's what she said. What the fuck is this fuckery?
Is she 14? Did she just learn that word?
I think so. And then this asshole, his name is Rob Anderson, and his Twitter handle is Rob Anderson 2018. If you guys want to go say hi to Rob, he's running for the for the House in he wants to represent the great state of Louisiana. He tweeted this out. I can't imagine Stallone is thrilled with this. At the Sly Stallone ? He actually added Sly Stallone.
Why?
Over this fucking picture.
Stallone doesn't give a fuck about this. Jesus, who cares?
They're mad because somebody put Trump's face on a fictional boxer.
Oh my God. It makes me want to Photoshop Trump's face on Taxi Driver now.
I want to do it to all kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
I really
you can have
do.
a lot of fun with this if they're going to get this triggered.
I am going to Photoshop his face onto Alyssa Milano.
Oh, yes. From Who's the Boss? Like when
yes.
She's like 12. And have Tony Danza in the picture with her.
Oh my God, that would be awesome. And I'm going to add her with it. Oh, somebody remind me I said I'm going to do that. As you guys saw the other day, actually, I'm pretty good with Photoshop when I sit down and do it. Those pictures of Squeetus, the first one took me 10 minutes, and most of that was the fucking program loading up. I have some experience with Photoshop, so I could do it. That could be fun. Yeah, in the comments to Alyssa's tweet here, there were people having arguments over whether or not Sly Stallone is a Republican. I'm like, okay.
Who cares? Who cares?
Okay. Yeah. Oh man, it just they got so upset. So upset. It's a goddamn picture. It's a fucking picture. Nobody thinks that's real. I'm going to Photoshop him onto Apollo Creed. Put him in whiteface. Yeah, that was somebody made that yesterday. Was the I can't remember if it was the 32nd or the 34th or 37th, something like that, anniversary of Rocky 4. By the way, guys, one of the greatest movies of all time. And I'm not being sarcastic when I say I fucking love Rocky 4. It is everything that is great about Hollywood taking a really good movie and making it Hollywood. Because if you go back and watch Rocky, that is not a Hollywood movie. It's not. That is an Oscar movie. Which did it win the Oscar or just get nominated? I can't remember.
I don't know.
But it's an Oscar. But this is a gritty fucking movie about this fighter his life sucks, man. He's in love with this ugly chick. He's got no heat to cook his eggs. He's got to drink them in a glass. And Apollo Creed, he had a match that gets canceled, so he decides, fuck it. We're supposed to fight in Philadelphia anyway. Get a local boxer. And he gets his chance to go fight Apollo. And for those of you who haven't seen the movie, I'm about to ruin it for you. They have this bloody just battle. And Rocky loses in the end on the scorecard. It's an amazing movie. It's a great movie, but it's not Hollywood. Now, fast forward to Rocky 4. Rocky 4 has a robot butler in it. It has musical montages that are pop music rather than the symphony that he ran to in the original Rocky. You've got a juiced up Russian who barely talks and his freakishly large wife. It is just such a Hollywood movie and it's so great. And Rocky wins the Cold War for us in a boxing match. It's so 80s. It's so beautiful.
Yeah,
it's so beautiful.
It was a delightful 80s film.
It is. It is so 80s and it is so great. I fucking love that movie. I like Rocky 3 too, but Rocky 4 is better.
Yeah, it is.
Rocky 2 is still kind of the gritty one. Rocky 3, it's still got a touch of that grit to it a little bit. And Rocky takes his first big loss and he finds out Mickey's been carrying him, making him, fight weak fighters. And so he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna beat Mr. T's ass. And Mr. T lights his ass up. And then Apollo comes in. He's like, look, man, you can't give this shit up. We're gonna go train you and teach you things that you didn't know before, like run on the beach and swim. We're gonna make muscles hurt that you didn't even know you had, man. Great movie. But 4 came along and you got the musical montage when there's like 4 musical montages in that fucking movie.
Yeah. All the workout scenes where he's like hauling the lumber and stuff like that. And then Drago's working out. And
Drago's in this modern gym and Rocky's out there doing pull-ups on a barn beam. It's awesome, man. It's fucking awesome. So is the first Rambo movie. Yeah, Rambo's another great franchise they did that to. The first Rocky movie is a very serious movie. Very serious movie. And yeah, there's some explosions and stuff, but there's some themes in there that weren't really running around Hollywood at the time too. But that's a very serious, gritty movie. And then you get to something like First Blood Part 2. And it just goes full Hollywood, man. It's just shit blowing up everywhere, and it's awesome.
Yeah, the third one was the worst with the explosive arrowheads.
Yes.
It's like, oh man, this is terrible.
But it's so great. It is so 80s, man.
Yeah. Did you ever see the Rocky cartoon?
No.
Oh man, that was bad. It was like Rambo and the Freedom Force or something like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot that the montage it's supposed to be in Siberia. Wasn't it in like North Dakota or some shit?
Yeah, I think so.
And he's got the Russian secret police watching him the whole time until he outruns them in their car because the car slides. Oh my God, it's so awesome. It is so fucking awesome. If you've never seen Rocky 4, do yourself a favor. Go sit down and watch it. Do not watch 5. If you watch 5, you're not allowed out of the corner for a month.
Yeah, 5's terrible.
Rocky 5, look, Rocky 4 is a bad movie. It's a dumb movie. And that's
But it's
what made
fun.
Exactly. That's what made it a great 80s movie. 80s movies were dumb. Rocky 5, they didn't know what else to do. And so they tried to drag him down again, and they brought in Tommy Morrison, who can't act his way out of an AIDS container. If you don't know, Tommy Morrison's a real boxer, and he had to quit boxing because he had AIDS.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought that was just a mean thing to say.
No, that's true. That's yeah. He had to give up boxing because he tested positive for AIDS.
Jesus.
And he actually he died not long. Tommy Morrison could have been a great fighter, but he was not serious in his fight. He had some really good natural ability, but he wasn't serious enough in fighting. He was a party boy. Oops, got the AIDS.
Yeah.
Oh man. If you count the Creed movies, I believe 8 total. Let's see. There's Rockies 1 through 5, then Balboa, and then 2 Creed. So yeah, 8. I still haven't seen Balboa, which I hear is actually a pretty decent movie. But yeah, I haven't watched that one. Watch Rocky 4, you guys. It's the anniversary. It's a weird anniversary. It's not like 25 or 30. Yeah, it's a weird number, Jack. Like when I just said number Jack, it made me think lumberjack. But yeah, it's a really weird one. I think it's 34. Don't quote me on that though. So yeah, that led to a bunch of controversy on Twitter because, oh my God, this is a fake photo. He's tweeting out doctored photos.
That's so lazy.
Oh, let me see. Carpe Donkum. Where's the one he just did? Where's the original one? There it is. He tweeted at the Washington Post and asked them if they could fact check and see if this is a real photo. For those of you who don't know, that's actually what's his name? Schwarzenegger's body. That's Conan. That's not actually Trump.
That's not Trump? What?
That's not Trump.
What?
The Washington Post hasn't verified that yet.
I don't know. Until I hear it from the Washington Post, I'm going to believe that's actually Trump.
Yeah, I fucking, man, they've gotten so out of control with this nonsense. So out of control with it. It's stupid.
They're mentally ill. Seriously.
Again, I meant to do this at the top of the show and I keep forgetting. Just want to send our best wishes out to Hammer, especially on this Thanksgiving. He's in the hospital recovering from a stroke. Recovery seems to be going well. The first update we got from him, he couldn't move his right arm, I believe it was, and he could barely speak. That's all come back. He's got use of his arm and he's speaking well. The doctors credit him with recognizing it quickly and getting to the hospital with his speedy recovery. So wishing you a speedy and full recovery. Take care of yourself, man.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
People related to this show in different ways need to stop having fucking strokes.
It's YouTube, man. It makes people stroke out, apparently.
The first stroke I know about was Scribe. Scribe had a stroke in his eye. He kept it quiet at the time and he came out and told everybody what happened later. But there was a point where I started reading stories. And there was a point where he would need to take a break for a second or so. It was his eye. He lost almost all sight in one of his eyes. I forget which one it was. And partial sight in the other one, just a little bit. And he was he had to go like get shots in his eyeball, man.
Yeah, I've had that. It sucks.
Oh, I can actually touch my eye with no problem. And I wouldn't have, yeah, it doesn't bother me. But I don't think I could take a needle in the eye. So Scribe has a stroke in his eye. And then we hear Sinatra had a full-blown stroke at 25. And now they both recovered, and now Hammer's having stroke. Look, guys, look. As I said, when I tell you to have a stroke, that's not what I'm saying. I guess I need to start using different wording. When I say go have a stroke, I mean masturbate. I thought people got the innuendo, but
apparently they were taking you too literally.
For the record, though, Scribe is pretty much fully recovered. He lost just a tiny bit of vision in his eye. He's still it's a little blurrier than it used to be, but he's not blind in the eye. Sinatra's made a full recovery. He's even off his meds now. They told him he can stop taking those.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, 'cause his was he had a defect somewhere. I forget where, and they found it because of the stroke, and they repaired it, so he should be good. C. Spears, thank you so very much. Says, I want to wish you all a very awesome and completely happy Thanksgiving. XOXO. Mwah, back at you, sweetheart. Thank you so much. That's very kind of you. I hope you have a very good Thanksgiving. I really do.
Absolutely. James Colley said that Scribe's eye stroke is Chris Saliza's fault.
Probably. He should send him his hospital bill.
Yeah, no shit.
Like that, you did this to me, motherfucker. Yeah. But Hammer's recovering, and I hope he recovers very quickly. Because Hammer's a good guy. He's on the show with us quite often, and I enjoy talking with him. He reached out to me first when I started making my MGTOW videos, because Hammer is a MGTOW, not crazy. Go live in the woods and jack off MGTOW. The lowest level of MGTOW, where you're just like, I'm not giving my shit to women, which I can respect. But he reached out to me and he was, if you want to talk to somebody who's a real MGTOW, I'd be happy to come on. So yeah, it's like, fuck it, come on. And he came on one day, and he's a really good guy. I really enjoy talking with him. So take care of yourself, dumbass.
Yeah, I hope he feels better. He's a nice guy.
Yeah, me too. David said, what happened to irate Alex? Nothing that I know about. Nothing better have, because I don't have any messages from anybody telling me that there's something wrong with my boy. He's not around as much anymore because he got a job, which is, almost as bad as having a stroke. But yeah, as far as I know, there's nothing wrong with old Bear. He's just busy these days. He got one of them jobs.
Yeah, he posted something about an hour ago and said, happy Thanksgiving to all those who celebrate today. So that's the last I see.
Yeah, I'm going to check on him. Gotta be careful when you say shit like that to me. That's my boy there, man. Me and him go way back on the YouTubes. Seriously, my first friend here on the YouTubes, man. And holds a special place in my heart. I will fuck somebody up if they mess with him. What in the hell is this? Oh yeah. Let me find where I responded to that, because I meant this from the deepest part of my heart. Donald Trump signed a thing today saying a declaration supporting Hong Kong.
Really?
And yeah. And as you might imagine, the Chinese are not too happy about that.
Yeah, fuck them. We're in a trade war with them anyway.
I don't know how you say this. Lai Zhao? I don't know. The Chinese guy. This is Steve number 2. He's the Deputy Director General, Information Department, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, China. Try my best to tell the story of China and spread the voice of China. He said this today, about 2 hours ago. The liaison's office of the Chinese central government in the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region. Fuck. This isn't even in Chinese. I'm reading it in America. In America? Did I say that?
Yes, you did.
Fuck me. Oh, God damn it. Okay. Let me try that again. In the Chinese government, expressing the utmost indignation and condemnation against the U.S. signing the so-called Hong Kong Human Rights and Democracy Act of 2019 into law. And this is one of those rare times I'm going to read you verbatim what I wrote back. Let me express my deepest don't give a fuck to your indignation. Could not care less if the Chinese government is upset with us for recognizing Hong Kong and that they should have human fucking rights, you dicks. It's our land. Fuck off. That's not the kind of thing you want to say to the Americans, you know?
Not really.
It's our land. Yeah. Tell that to the English, motherfucker.
Yeah. And the French, English, and the Spanish, and the Indians.
And the Indians. Yeah. I mean, we kicked everybody out. Fuck off, dude.
Yeah.
This land, it wasn't America. We made it America, motherfucker. Oh, my God. Yeah, so good on Trump, but yeah, the Chinese are pissed off. Of course they are. I can't wait to see how the media spins this because Donald Trump signed this. And I have no doubt it'll be along the lines of Trump is causing problems with our great Chinese friends.
Well, of course.
How dare they? How dare he be mean to the Chinese people? Anyhow, what else do we have going on here? California couple offers to wait outside stores for Black Friday shoppers for a price. Well, I mean, if you can make money doing it, but this, oh wow, wow, sweetheart, you're unfortunate looking. I'm not even, I'll throw the link to the post into here so you guys can look at it if you want. She's not ugly, Jack, but she's ugly. She has so many dark freckles around her mouth, it kind of looks like a 5 o'clock shadow.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not. Oh, honey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If it wasn't for that, I mean, she wouldn't be ugly. She wouldn't be pretty, but oh, that sucks. The Arena Football League is folded. Arena football was great to watch, man. It was a fun time.
I knew a couple guys that were real into it.
They used to have a team in Grand Rapids, the Grand Rapids Rampage, and we got to see it when they won the championship because they eventually changed it to like the NFL to where they started awarding the championship game to different cities. But originally they would do it by whoever was the best in the league that was still in the tournament. That's where it was. And it happened to be here. And my brother calls me up. He goes, "You want to go see the championship game?" I'm like, "Yeah, cool." And went down there. We had nosebleed seats, man. Fucking, and in an arena game to say that is you're at the tippity top. We're in the seats that are so slanted, you feel like you're going to fall out the whole fucking time. But they won, and it was a glorious game. And the fucking confetti rains down, and the whole place goes fucking wild. It was an amazing experience, and it's sad. I mean, that's sad that they closed down. Because yeah, it was a lot of fun. Problem is they didn't get a lot of support. They needed to hook up a deal with the NFL. It would have been a great place to train their quarterbacks. You know, kind of like how they have the minor leagues for baseball, because you have to be a good quarterback in the arena league.
Well, yeah, they should have just tried to buy them out and make it a minors league of sorts.
Yeah,
I think that really would have helped out quite a bit.
Yeah, and if you like big hits, man, there's tons of them in there. It's also a good place for them to train kickers because these guys could kick the entire length of the field, which is only 50 yards, of course, but still in the air at the end of that 50 fucking yards. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. When the Rams won their Super Bowl, Kurt Warner, he came from the Arena League. And it's a damn shame they didn't pull more guys out of there because those guys could fucking throw, man.
Ooh, a lingerie football league.
I like the lingerie football league. I do. I'm not real fond of their line women because those are some big bitches. The quarterbacks are always really cute, though. I also learned something with arena football, Jack.
What's that?
A lot of cheerleaders are prettier from a distance.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Because after the games, they would have different tables set up. They'd have the cheerleaders at one and the different players all around. You can go get autographs from everybody, right? And so I took the boys one time and we went down and got pictures of the cheerleaders and had them all sign it. Up top, those are some hot fucking women. You get down there on the fields, like, oh my God, what happened? Were you burned? Oh man, I had the biggest boner for this one, and I got down there like, oh my God, I would have felt better about myself looking at somebody's ass and going, that's hot, and then turning around and being a dude than I did about how I felt when I saw her face. My dick died that day. It was horrible, man.
Wow.
Oh God, they were not pretty. There was only one that was kind of cute, and the others were just like, oh dear Lord, I see why you put us all the way up there. Because we actually had season tickets for them one year.
Oh, that's cool.
Anyhow, it's just a sad thing for me to see them close. That sucks. That really sucks. Yeah, John Bon Jovi was invested in a team for a while. Let's see what's going on. Oh, I want to read this other one, Jack. This tweet that I saw today that was like, that's really stupid. Where did she go? So many stupid people today. This one. This chick, I can't even pronounce her name. This is Steve number 3. Said, yes, Hunter Biden is a deeply troubled man with a history of tremendously bad decision-making. But can we also remember he's the only surviving son of a father who has had to grieve the loss of more children than any parent should have to bear. This is coming out because it's been reported that Hunter Biden was doing crack.
Again,
yes, because he's been to fucking rehab for crack. He's doing crack in a bar. There's also reports, and I don't know if it's true, but it is being reported in mainstream media sources, that he was having the bartenders or some girls or somebody there shove shit up his ass. That's a true story I saw.
Wow.
Yeah. But
I had not heard that one.
Yeah, poor Hunter. He does make some bad decisions. It might have just been fingering his butthole, but still putting stuff up at the bar. That's how you get the hurt, man. I don't care how much you suntan your butthole. It's not going to protect you.
Yeah, that's weird.
Lee, exactly. How does Hunter get a pass because his dad only has the shit son left? Exactly. And the way that she worded that, the only surviving son of a father who has all this grief. Hunter lost a brother, a sister, and his mom.
Yeah.
And yes, Joe lost a daughter, a son, and a wife. But Hunter, I mean, if you're going to, how about a man who lost all this? No. A man whose dad lost all of this. Even she can't bring herself to actually defend Hunter.
Yeah, because he's kind of a shitbag.
But
I feel bad for the tragedies that have befallen that family. Sure.
Yeah.
It's awful. No parent should have to see their kid die.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, back in the 70s, 72, I believe it was, Hunter, Bo, I forget the daughter's name, and the mom were driving someone. There was an accident. Mom and the daughter died. And then Bo and Hunter survived the accident. The daughter was, I forget how old she was. She was very young. And then Bo just died recently of brain cancer. So yeah, Joe has had to bury 2 children and a wife. But that doesn't excuse Hunter from being a shitty person.
Yeah.
For possibly engaging in criminal behavior with his company, and definitely engaging in criminal behavior by becoming addicted to crack.
Yeah.
We seem to forget that, when somebody goes to rehab, like he's going to rehab for crack. Like, yeah, that makes him a criminal.
Yeah. He got booted out of the Navy for like alcoholism, wasn't it? Something like that. Doing drugs. He's
been to rehab. It's either 4 or 6 times. I can't remember which. some for alcohol, and at least once for crack.
Jesus. Get your shit together, dude.
Yeah.
You're gonna end up dead too if you're not careful.
Don't make excuses for him being a horrible person, for fuck's sake.
No, he's made these choices, and the guy obviously has a pretty fucked up life, and he needs some guidance. He needs somebody to help him, and alcohol and cocaine. Thank you, Assassin. Yeah, it's a shame. It really is. This guy's life is a wreck. I feel bad for him, but that doesn't give him a pass. He's got to take responsibility for his actions.
C. Spears in chat says, our only child died at 17 years, 3 years ago. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That's horrible.
Yeah, that sucks.
The worst sound I ever heard in my life was when the police told my dad that my brother died. That is the most. I hear that sound in my nightmares.
Yeah,
it is the most god awful sound I've ever heard. And even thinking about it, I'm getting goosebumps. God, man, it is my biggest fear that I will outlive any of my children.
That's every parent's fear.
And I get it, man. I really do. See, I'm so sorry to hear that. And I hope you guys have found some peace with it. I really do.
Yeah, that's hard.
I don't know how I would. But yeah, you can't just excuse this asshole because he had a rough life. You know what else he had? A very wealthy, rich life, a privileged life. So stop it.
And he's throwing it all away on a lot of obvious mistakes.
Yeah.
And I understand addiction's an awful thing, and if he needs help, he should get it. But you have to want to change things. And your low point should be you're sitting at a bar asking people to stuff things in your ass
while you're smoking crack.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's pretty bottom basement there.
Let's get off that because oh my god. Elizabeth Warren tweeted this one out today, Jack.
Oh man, are you trying to depress me today?
Oh, this one, oof. I'm proud to stand alongside Deb for Congress, New Mexico, in the fight to ensure that the United States honors its promise and commitments to tribal nations and indigenous people.
Oh God, is she retarded?
I'm like, what the fuck? The balls on this lady. Oh my God. You do realize you made a complete ass of yourself, tangentially related to what you're talking about, right?
And she took jobs away from these people.
Oh my fucking, I read that. I'm like, I actually sat here in a stupor for a couple of minutes before I could respond. I'm like, oh shit, my mic's going funny. Hang on.
Yeah, you sound all deep and baritone.
Okay, how do I sound now?
You sound a little better. Keep talking.
Okay. I don't know why my mic did. I do know. I played Modern Warfare for a little bit, and I told you guys last time it fucks up my mic, and I don't know how to fix that. But do I sound better? Do I sound normal now?
Yeah, you sound much better.
Good. I don't know how much of that was fucked up because there's a little light that blinks when that happens, and I tried to catch it quickly, but I don't know when it started blinking. So,
it just kind of switched all of a sudden.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, she. You're right. She took jobs, educational opportunities, all kinds of shit from these people. But she's gonna stand alongside old Deb for Congress, whoever the fuck that is, to make sure the United States honors its promises and commitments. She's not gonna. She's not gonna go out there and do anything to fix what she did because reasons. She had an apology.
She doesn't take responsibility for her actions.
You know, she'll just she'll tax the rich people to make it all better. Not all rich people, just the super rich, because she's rich. She ain't gonna tax herself on that shit.
Oh hell no. They never do.
You sounded like you took a hit of Thorazine. Yeah, when that happens, yeah, my voice just it slows down. And I don't. Part of the problem is this mic, where you plug the cord into it. It's too big.
Yeah, that's what she said.
It is, yeah, and so the the cord is a little bit loose, and that can cause that. I actually have a little piece of paper shoved up in there to keep it pushed over so it stays connected. But again, if I play Modern Warfare, it fucks my mic up. All right, Jack, we got another one. You ready for this?
Oh my God, it keeps going.
Buckle in.
Okay.
This is from the ACLU today. Well, yesterday. Some of our personal favorite Thanksgiving conversation starters. Number 1, my pronouns are.
Oh God.
Number 2, firing people for being LGBTQ is illegal, and Trump asked the Supreme Court of the United States to change that.
What?
That's based on them saying that transgender is not. It's not everybody's. Transgender is not covered under the Equal Rights Act or whatever it's called. I forget, because we never passed the ERA. I forget what it is.
The
but whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, arguing that when they were talking about, maybe it was gay too. I can't remember, but that sex didn't mean sexuality in the way it was written. And if Congress has a problem with it, it's an easy fix. Just fix the bill.
Yeah, that's a Congress issue, not the president.
Who loved Pose season 2? I don't know what Pose is. I'm assuming it's something gay though, because everything on here is. And finally, please pass the pie and the Equality Act. These are Thanksgiving conversation starters.
Or also known as how to sit alone at the kids' table.
Right. I mean, this is what I was talking about earlier. Why? How about, hi, Ma, I love you. How you been? There's a great conversation starter. No. My pronouns are. If somebody comes up to me and starts a conversation that way, I can't promise you I'm not going to bop them in the nose. And if I have a newspaper handy, I definitely will bop them in the nose. Should be, no, go sit down.
I'm sorry, we don't know you. You're going to have to leave.
I don't give a fuck what your pronouns are. You don't get your own pronouns. It's the English language. You don't get to just have your own words because you want to be special. Stop it.
I want to be special.
And the final thing I actually have, Jack, this one I shared out right after the show yesterday because I saw this story. This eagle right here. This is a badass motherfucking eagle. He got shot twice, Jack.
Yeah, I saw this. This is awesome.
At a broken ass wing, and they were able to capture him and make him all better. Look at that look on his face. And I realize that's how eagles look. But see, that's America right there. Like, you shot me, motherfucker. We're going to play.
That look is the look of freedom.
Yes. That is America right there. You hurt me. I'm going to find you, and I'm going to make you pay for it dearly.
Yeah, that eagle probably swooped down, took the shotgun away, and went hunting.
And then he had a beer. I love those birds, man. They're fucking gorgeous. Every so often you'll see one up here, and mostly we have hawks, man. Hawks with some big ass wingspans, like scary wingspans. Like, did a plane just fly over? What the fuck was that? But yeah, every so often you'll see those guys.
They'll get quite big.
Yeah.
There's a bald eagle lives about 3 miles away from me. And I have to drive that way every now and then, and he'll be swooping around getting field mice or whatever. And I'm like, that's majestic.
Indeed. Where was that? Somebody said to show me another kind of bird. Look, I'm not saying that. Oh, there it is. Show monkey a wedge-tailed eagle 2 times the size that hunts kangaroos. You know what it doesn't do? It doesn't hunt freedom, motherfucker. That bald eagle there, he hunts for freedom. I love the bald. I really do. I love that bird. I'm not a bird person. I hate birds. Birds are assholes. And you know what? So's the bald eagle. But he's our asshole. But yeah, apparently, guys, it is illegal to hunt bald eagles.
Yeah, it's highly illegal.
Really illegal. You can actually get in trouble for having their feathers because they can't prove you didn't kill the bird to get them. You actually have to convince them, no, I found this feather, rather than, yeah, you can get in trouble for even having their feathers. But yeah, don't shoot bald eagles, man. I hope they fucking rip your eyes out if you try that shit. Yeah, you can. What is it? There's a $100,000 fine if they catch you.
It's something ridiculous. They're still endangered, I think.
Yeah, it's not just our national bird. It's an endangered species, you dumb fuck. Anyhow.
I'm looking at the wedge-tailed eagle. It's got a 9-foot 4-inch wingspan.
Damn, that's a big-ass bird.
Yeah, it's only found in Australia and New Guinea.
Well, then why can't you guys take care of your cats, man?
They may be working together.
Oh, he's a big, beautiful bird, but his face is ugly as shit. He needs to paint that white and add some freedom.
Yeah.
Get some freedom, man.
That's a cool looking bird, though.
My dad just confirmed his cat died. He ran under the neighbor's house when they tinted. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry if your dad's cat died. That sucks, man.
Yeah.
Why shoot birds when there are plenty of BOF leftists? The Ranting Monkey does not endorse all the comments he reads. You can't tell people to go shoot leftists. You're going to get us in trouble. Oh.
I don't like most birds, but I will make an exception for the bald eagle and the occasional owl, because owls are scary.
Oh, I like owls, yeah.
I respect them.
Yeah, there are several hawks that I like that are around that are just fucking gorgeous. I like a big-ass bird I don't have to deal with, that I just see up in the sky. Like, ducks can go fuck themselves. Geese can go fuck themselves. Robins, actually, I like robins. They don't do much. They just tell me it's springtime. Chickadees can go fuck themselves, those noisy little bastards.
Tinting is they gas the house for termites.
Oh, shit. That sucks.
Yeah.
Sorry, was typing with my dick. I didn't need to know that. And wash off your keyboard.
Good, gross. Although very talented. Over on the Streamlabs, thank you, Evolved Potato. Bald eagles are just cool-looking seagulls. A wedge-tailed eagle will fuck that up. Yeah, it probably would. That's a big fucking bird. Yeah, bald eagles are scavenger birds, but they're cool-looking.
The British Empire was big and tried to fuck with America. You know what happened? Look at him now. The bald eagle might be a little bit smaller, but he's badass, man. He got freedom on his side and explosives, because that's what we do. Don't try to insult my bird, man. That's my patriotism there you're questioning. How dare you, sir? Go sit in the corner with your bird. Take your big ass bird over to the corner. I don't care about your fucking bird. No. Oh man, Jack, you gonna be able to hang out with family this Thanksgiving?
Probably not.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
That's all right.
So you got like a TV dinner?
No, I'm gonna go to the Chinese restaurant.
Ah, cool.
Hang out with my Asians.
I want some Chinese food. I haven't had it in a long, long time.
I love me some Chinese food.
And Lady Monkey's not the biggest fan, so I would have to like go out by myself, which I don't do very often.
You make her go anyway. Be like, look, if you love me, you'll do this.
Cynic says, but do your birds spread fires? Ask the Iraqis that. That's not cool. Yeah, we spread fires. What else is going on in the world here? Yeah, so this Thanksgiving, I get to spend the day with the family, which you guys know that's my favorite thing to do. Little Butt was out with her grandma most of the day yesterday, her other grandma. And I got to spend a lot of time with Pumpkin alone, and then Little Butt and her mom and dad came back, and of course Peanut was tired as shit. Apparently she didn't sleep all day over at her other grandma's house. and she's like 5 weeks old. So for her not to sleep all day, that kid was worn the fuck out. So she comes home and Lady Monkey's holding her and feeding her a bottle. And this poor kid couldn't even open her eyes to Asian levels. But she was not going to sleep. She was finishing that damn bottle. So she finishes eating and Lady Monkey puts her up on her shoulder to burp her out like a light and has not woke up since. That kid was tired. But as soon as Pumpkin, her little butt, she just lit right the hell up. She loves her cousin. And little butt's liking Pumpkin a lot more because she can move around and stuff. When she was littler, Grand Monkey loves her cousin and her sister. But babies don't do much, you know?
They just kind of lay there and poop and scream.
Yeah. I was talking to Little Butt last time they were over, and I asked her, I said, "You liking your baby sister?" She goes, "Yeah." I said, "But she doesn't do much, does she?" She goes, "No." I said, they just pretty much lay there and eat or poop. And she goes, "Or yell." Like, yeah, yeah, they do that too. Actually, she might have said, "and cry." But yeah, so it's fun to watch those two finally get up and they're running all around the house together. It's a lot of fun. I love kids, man. They're so much fun. Let's see. I think we're gonna wrap up, Jack.
Okay.
I need to get my ass to bed because tomorrow's everybody's coming over. They're gonna be here early, and excuse me, my youngest son and my daughter are staying with me, so they'll just be up early. Yep, little, but she's allowed to wake me up whenever she wants, so she may decide to do it early tomorrow. She let me sleep in today. It was so cute. We eat these donuts. We eat donut holes, and she had some for breakfast. And then her mom went to get some, and she noticed there were a whole bunch of donut holes in there, half eaten. And she asked Little Butt, "Why are there a bunch of half-eaten donuts in here?" And she goes, "Those are the ones I share with Grandpa." Yeah, don't you dare give her any shit about sharing with me. But her mom like melted and immediately was like, "Okay." So I had to eat half-eaten donuts when I woke up. I could have thrown them away, but I'm not gonna lie to the kid. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for coming out. I really, really am thankful for you guys coming and hanging out with us every night. It's fucking almost 5 o'clock in the morning. There's 150 of you guys hanging out here. That's awesome. It is a humbling experience to have my job be talking and entertaining you guys and people to actually show up. I hope we're entertaining. I hope we've done a good job for you over the last year and a month now, I believe it is. Almost 2 months, I think. But thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you so much for the donations. You guys are amazing. I appreciate that. Jack, anything you want to shill today?
I just want to thank everybody for the donations. I'll throw a link to my latest video in, but just have a good Thanksgiving, everybody.
Tonight, there will be a Lords of the Night. I don't know where it'll be. Satsu might not be able to join us. He's got family coming over. All of my family will have settled down, so I will definitely be here. Poor Scribbles is home alone, so he'll be here. We should be on Satsu's channel. However, if he's not able to be there, I think we're doing it on my channel tonight. Watch Twitter to find out where we'll be. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Jack, thank you for coming and hanging out, man. I am very thankful for you.
Always glad to be here.
Everybody, have a happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Happy Thanksgiving, people. I don't know